Hey everyone, it's Phil Gerbishak again. Hey, I've got another little video for you here. I want to walk you through the new settings here, give you some things to think about, some things maybe you haven't thought about before on your account, and making sure you look at the settings. So how do you get to the settings? First of all, you go to Me, you simply click Settings and Privacy. That takes you right there. So on the homepage, again, click to Me, and then click to Settings and Privacy. All right, so now let's look here. Let's go through the basics first. Email addresses. These help people look you up. I encourage you to put your Gmail address if you have it, as well as your work address. All are helpful here. Phone numbers, help them text you. If you have trouble logging in, you know what password is. Name, industry, and location. You can see how that shows up for other people. So if we click on that, we'll see exactly what that shows up, as well as your professional headline. And if you want to include yourself in an open profile. So that's pretty helpful there. Again, we're going to go back and take a look at that. Then we're going to look at, again, where you're signed in. These are all the different browsers that maybe you've signed in on, your phone, things like that. I encourage you to check this every single month to make sure that it's only signed in where you want. Autoplay videos. Interestingly enough, there are no videos that autoplay, but this tells me LinkedIn is coming out with the video product soon, likely LinkedIn Pulse, showing profile videos. This is a setting. I encourage you to leave that on. And then getting an archive of your data. This used to be just get your connections. Now it's an archive of all your data so you can see how much LinkedIn is connected. Facebook already offers this. Twitter has offered this. So I encourage you to take a look at that. Third-party apps would be anything that you've given authorization to connect to, including anything on your phone, Twitter, things like that. So I encourage you every month or two, just look through there. If you don't recognize it, remove it. If something doesn't work, then add it back. Last but not least, you have the ability to close your account right from here or manage your premium. Those are important. Now let's look at privacy. How to edit your public profile. This is an important one. This is really a big one. This actually allows you to check and uncheck what people actually see listed here. So I like to add more because I like people to be able to find me, and I don't mind that they contact me. If that's not something that you want, then I encourage you to turn that off. Okay. But now you'll see that there. It's also where you edit your public profile URL. One more shot for you to edit that. But just look through here. I do not encourage you to make it visible to no one unless you really don't want to use LinkedIn and you just have to be there for school. Okay. So let's take a look at a little bit more here. One of the ones that I get asked about a lot is who can see your connections. This is if people go to your profile and they see, can they see who you're connected to? So I can certainly, I can see how some people might turn this to only you. I leave it on for connections. I think that's fine for people. It's totally up to you. It does not give them the right to see all of your data. Okay. Viewers of your profile also viewed. For me, this can be on or off. No is if you don't want people to see your competition. Yes would be if you don't care. I typically leave this off for me, but that's totally up to you. Sharing profile edits. You can do this as you change it. Here we go, the profile viewing options. If you want to be invisible, I encourage you not to be. Otherwise, again, why are you using LinkedIn? Now, if you're a big-time stalker, I would say then you probably need to get a life and probably get a premium version of LinkedIn that doesn't show you all of that stuff. Notifying connections when you're in the news. Heck yes, I want this. I love people to see that. You should too. You want to have people help you celebrate with that. Who can follow, that's important. Who's blocking, and then anybody that you've unfollowed. Other options here, suggesting you as a connection based on your email address. So if they have my email, I think that's perfectly fine. Again, based on my phone number, they have it. That's great. Profile information on your employer's page, I say yes. You can opt out of that. That's totally up to you. I don't advertise, and I do allow to share data with third parties. Last but not least, I absolutely recommend two-step verification. Two-step verification says send me a text when I log in. This is important for me because I do a lot of training, and sometimes I forget, and it saves my email address. If somebody guesses my login, I don't want them to remember that browser. So that's good. Now, my password is hard, but nonetheless, I'm a little bit anal. Last but not least, let's look at the communications. Choosing your email frequency is important. I allow everyone to send me invitations. I don't care. Only people who know your email address or only people whose email address you have, that's your important contacts. That's up to you. On that, I recommend one of the top two. I do not recommend the last one, or you will never get a connection from somebody that you used to work with, especially if you don't ever have your work email address on there. Again, messages from members, the type of member messages you wish to receive. This is for read receipts. Again, totally up to you. I'm okay to receive invitations to join groups. You may not. Maybe notify your network, maybe not. And then, yes, I like to participate in research. And yes, I like LinkedIn partners to send me email. All of these are simply a recommendation from me on what I see. They're all personal. There is no best practice. Someone who says there is likely lying. I do encourage you, just make a choice. Choose wisely. Are you open or closed? Change your settings appropriately. If you're middle, then be middle. But just know this may make it harder or easier to connect with you and to learn who you are on LinkedIn and to do business. So choose wisely. This is Phil Gerbyshak. Thanks so much for listening. For more like this, check out LinkedIn to salestraining.com, where I offer lots of other tips, tricks, and insights into how you can use LinkedIn best for sales. Make it a great day.